Hey Chris, this is Tristan with Big Picture SEO. We spoke on the phone a little bit earlier today, and I told you I'd shoot you over this video showing you a couple of different ways to boost your online presence, and this is that video. I don't want to take up a lot of your time with this, so I'm just going to get straight into it. So before I show you the different things that you can do, I want to show you where you currently lie in Google's ranks. So I threw your domain into a tool I use. It's called Ahrefs. It shows me websites' analytical data. And I'll get to what all of this means throughout the video, but we're going to stick with traffic and keywords for now. So traffic is the amount of people that come onto your website in a month, and then keywords are the words and phrases that you have in your site that Google deems are common search terms and that you want to be ranking for and found for. So your big winner here is going to be CLS Construction, and 150 searches a month. You're in the third position, which means you're the third organic website that pops up whenever that's searched, and then you get 15 people a month on your website from that. Now, obviously, ranking for your business name is a goal. But there could be CLS construction companies, throughout the entire United States. So this would be a broad keyword, a national keyword. You usually want to stay more location oriented and buyer intent. So things like site and repair, Springfield, Illinois, that only has a search volume of 50. You're in the 22nd position, so on the second page of Google, and you get 0 people a month as a result of that. And I think the statistic is something like 80% of searches never make it to the second page. So, being on the first page is a goal, as a go-to. You need to be there to be found. And then, you have siding companies, siding contractors, again, Springfield. Always want to have your location in there. And you got Springfield Commercial Roofing that has 60 searches a month, which is, I know there's a Springfield in Missouri, there's a Springfield in Virginia. So this could be, a combination of all those places. But here you have Roofer Springfield, Illinois, 250 searches. You're on the 5th page, almost the 6th page of Google, and you're getting 0 people for that. So I actually have an example website here. They're the number 1 organic roofing company that's listed. If we go here real quick, I looked up Roofing Springfield, Illinois. So Angie's and Yelp is above them, but they're the first company that pops up here. So nobody in your area is actually properly optimizing with SEO for their digital brand. So I'm not going to be able to give you an astounding example here of what the first position would look like, but this is the closest that we have. So they're getting 78 people a month on their website, and they're ranking with 42 keywords. And we can go in and I can show you why positioning matters. So Roofing Springfield, Illinois, like what I just looked up, that has 250 searches as well. They're in the second position, it says here, but this was updated, almost about 20 days ago. So they've fallen down one since then, but they get 36 people a month from being in the second position. And being in like the top 3, you can usually expect about a 10% to almost a 20% capture of the search volume. So 36 here is relatively good for the second position. They have Roofing Company Springfield that is 150. 4th position, they're still getting 12 off of that. Roofer Springfield, Illinois, 250. 8th position, they're still getting 9. Roofing Company Springfield, Illinois, 150. 8th position, they get 6. And we keep going. So the way that they're getting traffic isn't through one specific route. It's by ranking with multiple keywords and having all of these different avenues for people to come. But again, things like Springfield Roofers, again, that could be in Missouri or Virginia or where you're at. And I'm sure there's like 3 other states that have Springfield. I think most states do share names. I'm not sure, but I feel like almost every city name is in almost every state. And then Springfield Roofing Contractor, 150. Again, this isn't Illinois. But yeah, so the way that you're going to be able to go out and add some of these keywords that you're missing, because I don't believe that you had Roofing Springfield. I might be wrong. I was wrong. So you're here. You have some of the right ones, but obviously if you don't have 42, so there's a few in here that you're missing. It would take probably a minute to get all those, so I don't want to take up a lot of your time. But the way that you add keywords and be found for those keywords is you go in and you restructure and rebuild your site a little bit, and you add more keywords within your content. So I'm not saying that you want to go out and in every single sentence or so add keywords, because when they index your site, its algorithm is built out to deter spam and bot-like sites. So anything that resembles spam or a possible AI, they don't rank it. So overstuffing your keywords is a big red flag in that system's eyes. So you need to have, like, I do 100 to 150 words per keyword, and it's all about being creative with the way that you write your content. So like putting roofing Springfield, Illinois since whatever, for 5+ years or however long you've been in business. It's just about how you write your content and getting those keywords in there so you can rank. And then after you have placed your keywords, you have all the ones that you want to be ranking for. The way that you boost yourself up position-wise is by bringing power to your website, and you do that with backlinks, by backlinking. And all a backlink is a link within a website that refers back to another. So for example, if I could click this link and it would take me back to your website, then that would be a backlink. And then a referring domain is just a website with a link in it. So you have 8 websites linking back to you with a total of 121 backlinks. And we can go in and we can see where you're getting your power from. So let's just do that real quick, so I know what you're working with here. So you got yellow pages, advanced site stats, yellow pages, go local, yellow pages, and you only had 8 websites, so it's going to be a lot of repeats here. Go local database, super pages, Dex no, so it's only directories, business directories that you have listing you. And let's go to your referring domains just so I can fact check myself for that. Yeah, yellow pages, expertise, super pages, Dex knows. So you only have business directories that are linking back to you, which is fine, but the majority of these links are going to be no follow probably. So yeah, no follow, and all that means is that they're not actually passing any power to you. So what these are going to help with is your map pack listing, and I'll get to that in a second. But you're going to want to go for do follow links. I don't think expertise has do follow either. Oh no, okay, so this is a do follow link here. You are getting some power passed back to you from this, but not much. If it's just one, super pages, those are no follows. Dex knows, those are no follows. And then we'll just look at one more because again, I don't want to take up a lot of your time just doing all this boring stuff. No follows. So yeah, if we go here back to your competition, I believe, let's see real quick. So they had 87 backlinks. The number one most important thing to remember when it comes to backlinking is that they're not all created equal. So I'm not saying after this go out and get 200 more to try and beat out your competition, even though you already have more. It's all about going and getting authoritative and relevant links to your business. So like for example, if you had a Pizza Hut link going back to you, and Google index that, they would see, oh, a pizza place is referring back to a roofing company. That doesn't make much sense, so we're not going to pass power. So we can go in and we can see how they're getting their power, what their strategies are. And again, none of the businesses in your area are actually really optimized with search engine optimization. So they have domains TNT code. This is a little guest post where you go in. I'll actually show you this website real quick, and you just list your domain for like $5 is usually what these places charge. Yeah, so add your link here for $5. And then that passes a little bit of power to you. So this is a 61 DR. It's giving them a little bit of power. They got contractors up, Dex knows, some more business directories. Sorry for that train in the background. Research Giant, Easy Local, Auto Site Checker. Here we go. This would be like another guest post. All a guest post is, again, is when you can go out and you list your domain name or your URL on a different website in exchange for like $5 to $20 is a good baseline, but it can go all the way up to $100 if it's a really good authoritative link, which I would definitely suggest getting. Don't just go buy random links from random websites, because again, the majority of the time when people do that, they'll get links that aren't relevant to their business at all, like the example I gave with Pizza Hut. So you just got to watch out for that as well. So it's all a matter of going out and getting what these people are in, and then also more authoritative links as well. So they don't just have, I think yours was 8. They don't just have 8 websites referring to them. They have multiple. But ideally, you're going to want to beat them out, especially when it comes to the amount of websites that are pointing back to you. It makes you look more credible. I don't think they actually have blogs posted, but a really good way to make yourself look more like a real person and more trust in Google's eyes, which affects your DR, your backlink profile, is by going out and posting blogs and having those link back to you. Because number one, it shows Google that you're a real person giving valuable information out on the internet, and then you're also doing that for asking for nothing in return. Good Samaritans are gold in Google's eyes. And going through their links here, I don't see any blogs. So that's something you could definitely do, and that strategy there would help you quite a bit. And the last thing I want to talk to you about is citations and the map pack listing. So going back here, as I mentioned, oh, sorry about that. As I mentioned earlier, citation is just your business's name, address, and phone number listed throughout the web, and you put those inside of business directories. So things like Yellow Pages and Expertise, Home Advisor, Angie, Local Database, Easy Local, 3 Best Rated. Contractors Up, I think you were in that one as well. There's literally hundreds out there that you can put yourself in, and like with backlinking, the more relevant that they are to what you do, the more credible it makes you look, and the higher you're going to be able to list yourself up to the map pack listing. Also obviously after you start organically ranking as well. But this is where businesses are getting a lot of their phone calls from, because when people are looking up roofing Springfield, Illinois on their phone, or just roofing Springfield if they're going based off of location. Instead of a website button here, it's a click to call button. So immediately, your phone number is put in their face and they're just calling for a quote, or maybe for, to come out and give them an estimation on what it would cost. So yeah, that's just the basics of ranking on Google. Again, you would just need to go out, add some more, keywords to your site so you can be found for those when people are looking them up. After you've done that, add more power to your website, bring more power pointing back, or excuse me, have more power pointing directly back to you, and then go get some citations so you can boost yourself up in the map pack. And again, that's just the basics. If this is something you feel like you might be interested in, I do offer these services, so feel free to reach back out to me. My number is 812-827-3138. Thank you for your time and have a good rest of your day.